Boy, oh boy, did we almost pull it off, boys. The Houston Texans fall to the Dallas Cowboys 27-23. And why am I a little bit, upbeat about a loss to a rival in our own state? Because when you look leading up to this game, no one expected the Houston Texans to even be competing with the Dallas Cowboys yet. You took them all the way to the fourth quarter. You took them 12 rounds. You went toe-to-toe with one of the best teams in the NFL, them being the Dallas Cowboys. Let's just be honest. They are now 10-3, trying to make a playoff push. They needed to win today's game. And the fact that the Houston Texans offense, defense, and special teams, all three phases, made plays throughout the game. And when it came down to it, coaching is evidently what led the Houston Texans to losing this game. There is no reason why Rex Burkhead should be getting the ball on 4th and 1. Give it to Derek Bungawale. Maybe give it to the running back who you just signed a couple weeks ago, Benjamin, or hell, Damian Pierce. Tape that thing up. You have 1 yard to get. Let's score, and let's leave the Lone Star State with a victory over the Dallas Cowboys. That would be absolutely huge. If the Houston Texans would have won this game, the national sports media tomorrow would have been in a frenzy. The Houston Texans would have done what they want to do all year, and that is shock the world. Now, what they did was kind of interesting, right? They went Davis Mills and Jeff Driscoll together. These were your two QBs. Jeff Driscoll only threw the ball 4 times, 38 yards, was mainly there, with his legs, got multiple, first downs. He had 36 yards on the ground, 5.1 yards a carry. Man, shout out to Jeff Driscoll, who gets called up, from the practice field, gets active, and made a couple big plays today. And then Davis Mills, 16 of 21, 175 yards, no touchdown, 1 interception. The Hail Mary was put in 3rd and long. A lot of times was able to convert. Davis Mills did very okay, right? He didn't really blow my mind. He didn't make me say, oh, he's back. It was a very interesting day from this offense. Damian Pierce, before the injury, 78 yards, 1 touchdown, was punishing the Dallas Cowboys. It was a fun game watching, Damian Pierce, because we said he was huge leading up to this game against the Cowboys. He gets hurt, in the 4th quarter. He has also that fumble that needs to be taken care of, but losing Damian Pierce definitely hurt, the Texans ground game, because you had to go to Rex Burkhead, and everyone knew what they were doing, right? Where have we seen this before? Let me take you back to week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts, 4th and 1. Rex Burkhead, it gets tough. Where have we seen it? The wide receivers. There was no Brandon Cooks. There was no Nico Collins. And what do? Chris Moore has 10 catches, 124 yards, had a day, had that big bomb, one-handed snag. Shout out to Chris Moore. He always seems to put on when Cooks and Collins are out. Amari Rodgers, someone who hadn't done anything over there at Green Bay. 4 catches, 57 yards, a touchdown, a huge touchdown from Jeff Driscoll was 24 yards. I think it was double cover. Goes up and get it. His first touchdown of his career, I think. His first touchdown as a wide receiver. Shout out to Amari Rodgers, right? We've been asking, when are we going to see him? We saw him today. Does he play next week with Nico Collins and Brandon Cooks coming back? I don't know. I would love to see him. You didn't really get anything from the tight ends today. But overall, this offense, they made some plays. They scored the football. And at the end of the day, coaching came back and hurt this team. Switching to the defense, I think if there is a game ball to give, they should get it. They had Dak Prescott looking absolutely flustered out there. They intercepted him 2 times, both of them by Traymon Smith, number 1. And, starting after, not starting, but like coming to play with a Steven Nelson injury. Shout out to Smith, man. 2 interceptions is absolutely huge, right? Jalen Petrie, heat-seeking missile, took over in the 2nd quarter. The reason why the Cowboys could have completed a single pass is because Jalen Petrie was too busy knocking their damn head off. Shout out to number 5, was all over the field. He is coming into his own. He might be a dark horse for rookie defensive player of the year. Dude has been fantastic the past 3 weeks. Started off slow with the missed tackles to Tony Pollard, but also in the run game, we're able to keep him in check. We knew you're not going to stop the Dallas Cowboys from running the football. They had, I think, let me double check. Maybe it's like 110 yards on the ground. Yeah, like 115, 120 yards on the ground. You pretty much kept them in check. No wide receiver had, 100 yards. Brown, number 85, had a solid day. Didn't really, focus on him in the, leading up to this game. Schultz, the tight end, is an absolute, Pro Bowler in the future. Shout out to him making plays. But this defense kept the Cowboys in check. They made them flustered. We had them booing in the third quarter. But when you're a bad football team, stuff like this tends to happen. The good teams always find a way to win. And the Houston Astros and the Houston Rockets and the Houston Texans will all find a way to be back on that track again. Once again, the Houston Texans fall to the Dallas Cowboys 27-23 in a great game from the Houston Texans. We haven't seen that in a very long time. How do y'all feel about this loss, guys? Let's get ready for the draft. As always, go Texans. Y'all have a very blessed day.